Okay, good morning all of you. We are discussing about the types of titrations which are involved by redox reactions. So as already in previous class we discussed about the titration by involving KM104 and K2Cr2O7. Another type is hydrometric titration. Hydrometric titration means here we are using a reference is iodine. Reference is iodine, and here we are using indicator is starch powder. Indicator is starch powder. Okay, so what is the use of this indicator? In presence of iodine, starch powder in blue color, in a blue color. Okay, this is the information. In hydrometric titration, reference is iodine and indicator is starch powder. In presence of iodine, starch powder appears in blue in color. So under this I will tell you one reaction is nothing but copper sulfate versus sodium thiosulfate Na2S2O3. So if you want to find out the concentration of unknown chemical, compulsory we have to do the titration. But here in between these two chemicals there is no reaction. That's why we have to go in another way. That's why what is that one? Here step 1. So first of all, copper sulfate will be treated with potassium iodide chemical. Titration has to be done. In conical flask one chemical, in burette one chemical has to be taken and titration has to be done. And to that conical flask we should add starch powder should add, or starch solution should add. So what happening? Take it carefully. Take here 2 moles and 4 moles. Then we are getting Cu2I2 plus, and we are getting K2SO4, the 2 moles we are getting plus I2 we are getting. So whenever iodine formation happened, immediately the starch solution color, actually starch solution means is nothing but starch powder is nothing but I think you are using in biology lab to detect the carbohydrates. Okay, in presence of when iodine is formation is happened, the whole solution changed into blue color. So later what are the further calculation? We have to take second step is nothing but the formed I2 will be treated against this one, nothing but Na2S2O3 will be treated with I2. So take here 2 moles, we are getting Na2S4O6 plus 2 sodiums and 2 iodines is becoming like 2 NaI. When iodine is completely consumed in the reaction, the solution becoming colorless. This is the blue color solution. So this is the colorless solution. So when colorless is formed, immediately we have to stop the experiment and titration. We have to go for calculation. We can find out the unknown chemical concentration among these two. This is only calling as iodometric titration. Now in this redox reaction, the last topic actually is a very important second year electrochemistry topic. See some basics we are discussing here. Redox reactions in cells. Sir, what is the meaning of cell? Cell is nothing but a device, nothing but battery. Means there what happening? Some changes is going on. Cell is nothing but a device where chemical energy changed into electrical energy. We are using torchlight battery or remote battery. We are using inside the battery what will be there? Chemicals is there. Chemical energy will be there, converting into electrical energy. That's calling as cells. So where this chemical energy converting into electrical energy, we are calling with a special name is calling as Daniell cell. Daniell cell. So this is the one of the battery. There especially what happening, a chemical energy converting into electrical energy. This change is nothing but a redox reaction. So that's why we are discussing here. While producing electricity from the chemical, what reaction is happening? A redox reaction is happening. Observe very carefully. Very nice concept is here, but then here some basics, but in second piece brief concept is there. We will discuss over there very clearly. So how to produce the electricity from the chemicals? That is only calling as Daniell cell. First of all, we have to take the one container has to be taken. Listen concept carefully. In this container, I am taking a zinc rod. Zinc rod dipped in corresponding salt solution, nothing but ZnSO4 solution. Same like that, we can take one more container or one more beaker has to be taken. There we are taking another rod is nothing but copper rod has to be taken. Dipped in which one? Corresponding salt solution, copper sulfate solution. Those two rods is connected externally with copper wire through voltmeter for detection of flow of electrons. Whether electrons is produced or no, we can show we can feel a deflection in the voltmeter. Internally, these two beakers are connected with one U-shaped glass tube. This is the U-shaped glass tube that is specially called as salt bridge. This salt bridge is used to maintain the neutrality. In second year, these all are important. This salt bridge is filled with some special chemical like potassium chloride or potassium nitrate or ammonium nitrate chemicals. How they are helpful, everything we will discuss over there. But here main concept is how from these chemicals we are producing electricity through redox reactions. When you taken like this, definitely in the voltmeter some needle will be there, no deflection will be there. Why deflection is coming? Power is produced. How power is produced we are explaining here. When you take an equipment like this, the zinc rod dissolving. Zinc rod is dissolving. Okay, why zinc rod is dissolving means I will tell you here some important information. Standard, yes, reduction potential of zinc rod is nothing but minus 0.76 volts. And here standard reduction potential of copper is 0.34 volts plus value. This is the negative value. Out of minus 0.76 and 0.34, which is the lower value? Yes, this is the lower reduction potential. Which is the lower reduction potential? They are always involving in the anode. Means they are always involving in the oxidation. Where oxidation is happening, that rod is calling as a anode. Automatically this is high reduction potential value, so their reduction is happening. Due to reduction, we are calling that copper rod as cathode. Did you got my point? Yes. Okay, this is important. Why happening like this? You can get it briefly in the second year. So which is relatively low, their oxidation called as a anode, which is relatively high value, their reduction called as a cathode. Now here, if you take like this, what happening? The zinc rod is there, no, dissolving like ice. Means what happening? The zinc rod is going into the solution. How it is happening? Basically zinc rod, no, solid, undergoing dissolving like Zn+2 plus 2 electron. Ions are going in which medium? Aqueous medium. Now here oxidation number increasing or decreasing? Yes, its oxidation number is 0, its oxidation number is +2. Oxidation number is going on increasing. Oxidation number increasing means the process is calling as oxidation. Okay, after dissolving like this means if you take initially this much thickness of the zinc rod, after some time what happening? Thickness of the rod will be decreasing because zinc is undergoing dissolving. After dissolving, what happening here? Zn plus 2 particles is coming and electrons is coming. Though electrons cannot sit calm, so though electron will be sticking on this zinc rod. Automatically what happening? Zinc rod is the electron rich. Electron rich means rod gets which charge? Negatively charged. Anode gets negatively charged. Sir, we are learning generally anode means positive, cathode means negative. Other than power generation, power consumption, you are giving battery supply to the chemicals, then anode means positive, cathode means negative. But here reverse means what happening here? Chemicals giving electricity. While converting chemical energy into electrical energy, that is calling as Daniell cell, their anode means negative, cathode means positive. I will tell you. Okay, whatever electrons is produced here, though electrons are moving like this and reach copper rod. At copper rod, what phenomena is going on? Reduction. Means in the solution what will be there? CuSO4 is there, splitting like Cu plus 2 plus SO4 2 minus. This Cu plus 2 will pull electrons from copper rod. Then what we are getting? Cu plus 2 aqueous medium receiving or absorbing electron from the copper rod and becoming like Cu. So means what happening? Copper is undergoing depositing. Copper deposited. Yes, in the solution, blue color solution is gradually becoming colorless. Why? The copper is undergoing depositing. Means on this copper rod, the quantity of the rod will be going on increasing. But here rod quantity will be going on decreasing. This is the solid particle. Now at copper rod, losing of electron or gaining of electron? Losing of electron, that's why rod acquires positive charge. Anyway, cathode acquires positive charge. Here what happening? Oxidation number changing from plus 2 to oxidation number is 0. Plus 2 to 0 means oxidation number is decreasing, that's called as reduction. Yes, is very clear? Here liberation, there consumption. That's why what happening? Electron flow will be there. The electron flow only we are calling as current. But conventionally we are telling in physics, according to electricity, this is the current direction. So flow of electrons and current direction is quite opposite together. Okay, anyway, here oxidation, there reduction. That's why electrons is continuously flowing from one compartment to another compartment. That only we are calling as current. And whatever salt bridge we are using here, that can be denoted by double vertical line. So finally write down, this is the oxidation of cell, this is the reduction of cell. Together only we are calling as cell reaction. Write down here cell reaction. Cell reaction means what happening here? Zn and oxidation plus reduction together is calling as a redox. So you check it here, zinc and reactants is nothing but Cu plus 2 gives rise to what you are getting? Cu plus and Zn we are getting. Zn plus 2 we are getting. Reactants and products. Yes or no? Now zinc changed here, undergoing oxidation, and copper is undergoing reduction. That's why every cell reaction is the redox reaction. This is a very important point. Later I want to tell you one more thing. EMF of the cell or cell potential. Cell potential or electromotive force of the cell is denoted by E cell is equals to electrode potential of cathode minus electrode potential of anode. Electrode potential of cathode means what? Electrode potential of copper and electrode potential of zinc. Nothing but 0.34 minus zinc minus 0.76. 0.34 minus becomes 0.76. We are getting 1.1 volts we are getting. EMF of the cell or cell potential is nothing but the difference between the electrode potential of cathode and anode is nothing but 1.1 we are getting. And later we have to discuss some other things is nothing but standard reduction potential of metals. what we written here, these all are calling as standard reduction potentials. So is values is directly proportional to reduction character. These all are important. We are learning later. Actually, up to this one is enough for redox reaction concept. Okay, what is given we will see. Standard reduction potential of metal is directly proportional to reduction. But first of all, what is the meaning of standard reduction potential? The reduction potentials of metals we are calculating at a standard condition. Means STP condition, standard temperature and pressure, like the reduction potential at standard condition. So that will write down here, reduction potentials at a standard condition. Sir, what is the standard conditions for the reduction potential? We have to maintain 25 degrees Celsius temperature or nothing but 298 Kelvins temperature, and we have to maintain 1 atmospheric pressure. We have to maintain 1 atmospheric pressure, and concentration of the solution we have to maintain 1 molar concentration has to be maintained. Then whatever reduction potentials we are getting, that is calling as standard reduction potential. Means, for example, you taken which one you taken? Zinc rod you taken. You taken zinc rod in which one? Zinc sulfate solution. When we will call it as a standard reduction potential value, we have to maintain 1 molar of zinc sulfate concentration, and we have to maintain 298 Kelvins temperature, and we have to maintain 1 atmospheric pressure. Then standard reduction potential of zinc is denoted by actually E0 of zinc. Already you know how much? minus 0.76 volts. This is very important. Sir, how they calculated these all values? These all values calculated standard reduction potentials of metals calculated by using standard hydrogen electrode, SHE. So always standard hydrogen electrode potential value is taken as comparatively 0. Yes, if you want to find out this one, compulsory they are using reference is She. Always standard hydrogen electrode potential value will be 0. By taking this one, yes, they are giving connection. Here they are putting here standard hydrogen electrode, here zinc rod, and giving connection. Compulsory here some reading will be showing that reading only nothing but electrode potential value. And here some important points in the textbook he given in one table, so many elements, electrode potential values given, those all are standard reduction potentials of those elements. Highest standard reduction potential having by fluorine F2, you know how much? Plus 2.87 volts. And you can see a lowest standard reduction potential having by lithium, so that is nothing but minus 3.05 volts. Okay, you know very well. So according to standard reduction potential value, we can tell oxidizing agent or reducing agent. What is the meaning of this one? Standard reduction potential value is directly proportional to reduction character. More reduction itself, more reduction, oxidizing agent. Are you understanding or no? That's why highest reduction potential having by element means is nothing but fluorine is also calling as strongest oxidizing agent. And lowest reduction potential value means less tendency for reduction. Less tendency for reduction means more tendency for oxidation. More tendency for oxidation means it is calling as strongest reducing agent. Important bit. E metal in another way also. If reduction potential values is positive values, then it is the strongest oxidizing agents. If reduction potential values is negative or less than 0, they are acting as a strongest rate. Low reduction potential value, more tendency for oxidation. More tendency for oxidation called as a reducing agent. Are you understanding? Yes, we can go for the concept. With this the topic will be over. I will explain to you some other examples. The very important concept, just power generation from the chemicals is also nothing but redox reactions. I will give you few species how to find out the oxidation numbers. Just see. See, find out first one, oxidation number of sulfur in H2SO4. I want to find out the oxidation number of sulfur in H2SO4. Okay, it is a neutral molecule. What is the first rule? Sum of the oxidation number of all atoms in a neutral molecule is equals to 0. Take it here, 2 hydrogen atoms is there. Which one oxidation number has to be calculated? Taken as X. 4 oxygens, 4 into oxidation number of oxygen is equals to 0. You know very well hydrogen oxidation number is +1, 2 into +1 plus X plus 4 into -2 is equals to 0. Then you are getting, I think, +2 minus H minus 6. Then we are getting this side +6. So oxidation number of the sulfur in sulfuric acid is +6, means while forming sulfuric acid, sulfur losing 6 electrons. I will tell you some other example, you may get it, see carefully. HNO3 will be there. HNO3. I want to find out the nitrogen oxidation number. Is it neutral or charged? Neutral. That's why I write down here sum of the oxidation numbers of all atoms in a neutral molecule is equals to 0. 1 hydrogen is there. Plus which one you want to find out, taken as X, plus how many oxygens? 3 oxygens will be there, is equals to 0. Each hydrogen +1 plus X, 3 minus 2 minus 6 equals to 0. Then X is equals to +5. Oxidation number of nitrogen in this will be +5, means while forming nitric acid, nitrogen losing all 5 electrons. You can see another examples, just go through this concept. H2S2O7, H2S2O7. I want to find out the sulfur oxidation number, taken as 2 hydrogens plus 2 sulfurs plus 7 oxygens is equals to 0. 2 hydrogen means +2 plus 2x, 7 minus 2 minus 14 is equals to 0. Then we are getting 2x is equals to +12, then x is equals to +6. Write down here each sulfur oxidation number is +6. I will tell you some other species. For example, you have CO3 2 minus, CO3 2 minus. I want to find out the carbon oxidation number. Is it neutral or charged? Charged. What is the condition? Sum of the oxidation number of all atoms in a charged particle is equals to charge. Neutral means 0, charged means equals to charge. Taken as 1 carbon here and 3 oxygens will be there, is equals to charge -2. You want to find out carbon, so each carbon X plus 3 into each oxygen -2 is equals to -2. Then X is equals to coming, I think, +4. Oxidation number of carbon in this will be +4. Like this, I will tell you some example, you can understand. And for example, you have Cr2O7 2 minus. I want to find out the chromium oxidation number, taken as 2 chromiums plus 7 oxygens is equals to -2. Which one you want to find out? Chromium, taken as X. How many? 2 chromium, that's pi, 2x plus, sorry, each oxygen -2, 7 minus 2 -14 is equals to -2. Then 2x is equals to +12. Then x is equals to +6. So write down as the oxidation number is +6. Are you understanding? Yes. Now I will tell you some other things for understanding. You see carefully. He given some species and write down them in the stock notation. For example, you see HAuCl4. Write down its oxidation numbers of metals in stock notation. What is the meaning of this one? Stock notation means what? Okay, one hydrogen will be there, plus one gold atom is there, plus 4 chlorine atoms is there, together equals to 0. Each hydrogen plus 1, gold means X, plus 4 into minus 1, minus 4 is equals to 0. Then you are getting X is equals to plus 3 is coming. Gold oxidation number is plus 3. How you can show that oxidation number in stock notation means HAu. Beside the metal atom, write down that oxidation number with Roman number. Oxidation number plus 3 means Roman number 3 and Cl4. If like this there means beside any metal some symbol or some Roman number is there means we can tell that one as its oxidation number. I will tell you some other species for understanding. You see carefully. For example, you have Fe2O3 is there. Some species Fe2O3 will be there. You have to express this oxidation number in stock notation. 2 irons is there, plus 3 oxygens is there, is equals to 0. Write down 2x, 3 minus 2 is minus 6 equals to 0. Then x is equals to plus 3. Iron oxidation number is plus 3. How can you show that one in stock notation? Metal atom, beside it oxidation number write down with Roman number, no need to write sign. Generally metal means positive. Why? Because highly electropositive elements are nothing but metals. We are writing beside it Fe2, 3 and O3. And just I will tell you some other species, you can check it. Yes, if you can take MnO2 will be there. MnO2. I want to find out the oxidation number of the manganese taken as X. 2 oxygens, 2 2s are minus 4 is equals to 0. That implies X is equals to plus 4. How can you show that one in stock notation? Beside manganese symbol or metal symbol, write down Roman number 4 and O2 like this. Are you getting? Stock notation means we have to write down the oxidation numbers of the metals beside it in Roman numbers. I will give you some other species just once you check it. Just you see mercury chloride, mercury 2 chloride. He is asking a formula for this one. Some examples will be there. I will tell you one more. Iron 3 sulfate. Yes, these all are important for the competitive point of view. He given names asking symbols. Mercury symbol enama Hz. Chlorine symbol enama Cl. Mercury oxidation number given as 2. Chlorine oxidation number sign is not required. Write down 1. Then do cross. What you are getting? HgCl2 is the formula of that one. Find out oxidation number you are getting as usual. Okay, iron symbol is Fe, sulfate symbol is SO4. Iron oxidation number 3, sulfate getting charge is 2. Do cross. What you are getting? Fe2SO4 thrice. Just you see some other species. For example, you have tin or otherwise iron sulfate and nickel sulfate and chromium oxide, chromium 3 oxide, chromium oxide, chromium 3, oxygen 2. Write down here like this. Then do cross. What you are getting? Cr2O3. And one more, thallium sulfate, thallium 1 sulfate, thallium and sulfate SO4. Thallium 1 sulfate 2, do it. Cross. Thallium symbol Tl 2 and SO4 we are getting. Are you getting or no? Yes, like this we have so many species we have, and we can see nickel 2 sulfate, nickel oxidation number 2, sulfate getting charge on it also 2, nickel 2 sulfate. Then what we are getting? Yes, you write down, take it common factor, delete it. We are getting 1 and 1, then do cross. If common factor is there, we have to delete the common factor.